Okay, welcome back to Black Family Love, where we love the black family. I am your host, Brother Rod, and it is a pleasure to be with you here again. The goal of these videos and this YouTube channel is just to offer some practical wisdom. I'm 48 years old. I don't know everything, but I've been around for a while. I've been married for 25 years. I have a good, strong relationship. My kids, one of them's grown and the other two are in high school. So I've been raising kids a few years. So I just want to pass on what I know in hopes that it might be a blessing and a help to you. We can strengthen and increase the strength and the longevity of our relationships in the black community to the glory of God, right? And everybody's happy, right? So what I want to talk to you on this video about is change, okay? Have you ever had a habit that you couldn't break? I mean, you tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and that habit just stayed with you. I know for me, I've always been a very impulsive person, and so I make decisions. I've made decisions emotionally without thinking them through. Thank God for my wife, because she's a very rational, down-to-earth person, and she balances me out and helps me not to make those emotional decisions. But I know for me, I struggled until I think I got a handle on it now, but I still have to watch myself about making quick emotional decisions without thinking them through. So that's one thing that I've had to work with myself about. And several other things, right? Talking too much is another thing I've had to work on. Sometimes I don't need to say things, and I just need to be quiet and hold my peace. Thank God for my wife. She doesn't talk very much. She thinks a lot before she speaks, and she's had to work with me on, hey, baby, you may not need to say that. So I've had to work on myself in a few areas, right? And we're constantly working on ourselves. And changing ourselves is very difficult sometimes, right? Whether it's exercising or more or eating right or whatever it is, changing ourselves is very difficult sometimes. But you know what's more difficult than changing ourselves? Changing another adult. That is dang near impossible. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say it is impossible and that you will never change another adult. It is an exercise in futility to try to get with somebody in hopes that you will change them into what you want them to be. That's crazy. That's crazy. Don't do it. You hurt yourself and you hurt them and you hurt the children that are involved. You're not going to it's hard enough to change ourselves. That's dang near impossible. But changing some other adult, that's like not even an endeavor that we want to embark on. Right? So I understand that statistically, I have a grown daughter and she's engaged. I have another daughter who in 2015, right now she's a junior in high school. So, you know, I understand what they're up against, right? There's about 2 women to every guy in the United States, right? So there's 50% more women. So that just means there's going to be 50% of women who don't even have a chance to get a guy. Then there's a lot of guys, a lot of the available guys out of that pool of guys, a lot of them are in prison. Some of them are gay, some of them are already married, some of them are just jerks, right? So it narrows the pool of available guys. So a lot of times, especially guys do it too, but especially girls, they hook up with someone that they really are not compatible with. It's really not someone they know they need to be involved with or even want to be involved with, but they don't want to be alone, and they say, well, maybe I can change them. Bad plan. Bad plan. Because you're not going to change them. Let me just tell you, save you some trouble, you're not going to change them. Okay? You're never going to be able to change another adult. It's not going to happen. Right? Let me qualify that. You're not going to be able to change them internally. You can change them externally. When I first met my wife, she laughed at me and said I didn't have a lot of good fashion sense, right? But I did have a good paying job, right? So I would get paid, and she would take me to the mall. and I would go in, try some stuff on, come out, model it for her. She'd send me back into the dressing room a few times. We'd leave the store with a bag, go to another store. I'd try on some shoes. I'd model them for her. I'd leave the store with a bag, and she dressed me. And I've been married 25 years, and guess what? I only buy socks and underwear, right? My wife buys all my jeans, all my shirts, all my shoes. I did buy a pair of cowboy boots the other day, but generally my wife just comes home with stuff and she dresses me, and because she says she has better fashion sense than me. So yes, you can change a person on the outside. You can say, baby, I don't really like weave. Would you go natural for me? I think that would look so pretty. And she might say, okay, cool. So you could change a person on the outside. You could buy them some zit cream. You could take them to a barber and get them a good haircut. But you will never change a person on the inside. I hope I'm saying that right. You can change them on the outside, but you'll never change them on the inside. Now, if you possibly do pressure them enough to where you do see some internal changes, or what you believe is internal changes, maybe they start cleaning up more when they're not really a clean person. Maybe they stop hanging out with the boys when they really are a hangout kind of person, right? Maybe they sell their motorcycle because you said you're scared and you think it's too dangerous. Maybe they will start going to the gym or stop going to the gym so often. Maybe they will stop cussing at you or screaming at you, or whatever internal thing that you think they need to do, right? But if they do that for you, it's temporary. Permanent changes in an individual's life are changes that they thought up themselves and they decided to do. I decided that I want to lose weight, so I went to the gym. And then I lose weight and I get in shape and I like how I feel, and that's going to probably be a permanent change. If I go to the gym because you told me you want me to go to the gym and lose weight, I will go to the gym maybe and lose weight to keep you, but that's not going to be a permanent change. Right? If I stop hanging out with the fellas, if I stop drinking, if I sell my motorcycle, that's not something I decided. So it's not going to be a permanent thing. Because permanent changes are only changes that we decide for ourselves, not that are suggested or to us or someone nagged us about it, right? And so, they're going to change back eventually. They're going to get sick of doing what you want them to do and playing that game, and they're going to change back. And you know what? Secondly, they're going to resent you for not accepting them for who they are and how they come to you. And they're going to be resentful towards you for making them change in the first place, right? And so you just cause resentment in your relationship, and you cause bad situations in your relationship by trying to get people to change. Find somebody, look at what they are, learn them, ask yourself, can I accept this the way it is? And if you can, go for it. If you can't, get out of the relationship. Because going into the relationship saying, I don't like this, but it's my job over the next few months, years, whatever, I'm going to be working on this individual to change them into what I want them to be, that's a bad plan. You're going to end up in divorce court. And terrible things are going to befall you if you make a stupid decision like that. All right? So, long story short, I'm done. You're not going to change anybody, all right, on the inside, all right? But you can change them on the outside. So maybe you'll find a fixer-upper and you'll buy them some new clothes and you'll live happily ever after, all right? So that goes for guys and girls, of course. All right, see you later.